newest effort.
Yes.
With that being said, do you want to go into A Serbian Film?
Yeah, let's get into it as fast as possible and get out.
So I don't have any kind of I can't play the trailer for you because it's all visual because it's just obviously a Serbia film. What do we say about this film, man? It was released in 2010. It was actually had a rating of NC-17, but the one that we watched, the reason why the cut we watched was so vulgar is because it's the unrated one. In case you were wondering how they got away with so much stuff, it's because
thanks a lot for that one. Shit. Oh man.
Okay, before we get into our thoughts about this film, let me read what it's about.
Yeah.
So it's an older porn star agrees to help in an art film to get away from his past. But to his surprise, the film becomes a snuff film. It's directed by Serdian Spajakovic. I don't know. I probably killed that. I'm sorry. But yeah. What did you think about this, man? Shout out to David Guerrero, who is the reason why we're talking about this film. So if you're listening to this, I hope you're listening to this. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for caring enough to want us to watch something and talk about it. And so this is dedicated to you, this first half of the episode. I hope you enjoy it, man.
I just gotta say, what the fuck, David?
I'm sure he was counting on that.
Yeah.
He'll be rolling right now.
Yeah, thanks, man. I don't know you, but thanks.
Don't.
I searched the movie on Google.
Yeah.
And
I know you were dodging this for a while, a couple episodes.
Yeah.
You were like,
kept on bringing it up. And I did a little research on what the movie was about, and I wasn't expecting this at all. How bad it was? It's bad. But I did a search for they brought up the top voted tags for the movie.
Yeah.
And I'll just give like the first 5 because there's like 30. But explicit, dark, violent, unsettling, gruesome, graphic, and shocking. None of those do this movie justice in describing it. Unsettling for sure.
Yeah, to me, man, like I said, I've said before, I own this Blu-ray, right? I'm not proud of it. But when I bought it, I hadn't seen the film. To my credit, I haven't seen the film, and it was only $5.
Okay.
So I was like, I'll check it out. I'm a horror fan. I'd heard that it was like the most fucking craziest fucking movie you would ever watch.
Yeah.
And I didn't know to the extent that they were going to take it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little overhyped, and I actually watched this film. The only time that I've seen it, I watched it with my mom.
Oh, wow.
Funny story, yeah.
That's awesome.
Because I did.
It's bonding right there.
And she also took it. She did not walk out. She did not leave. She was a little shocked, but she watched the whole thing.
Man.
So shout out to my mom, Lori. You're a trooper.
Oh man.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie it dives to new depths.
Oh man, I never thought I would see something like this. I mean,
for something that's not real, that's still fictitious, they go to the ends of the earth with this kind of material.
Yeah.
And that's what foreign films do. That's why sometimes they're really great and sometimes they go too far.
Yeah. I know a lot of that's the thing with foreign films. They're not afraid to go into certain areas.
Well, because their culture's different.
Yeah.
You have to think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah.
Just let me know when you want to dive into the Swan facts.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm ready to dive into it. Let's go through it, man.
All right. The film has been banned in at least 46 countries to date. So we're not the only ones that feel like this.
Okay, good.
In the U.S., in the U.S. cut, 19 minutes had to be cut from the film just to receive an NC-17 rating.
Wow.
Which is why they have a director's cut. It's even different than the one that I have.
Okay.
So there's actually more.
Worse stuff.
In a different cut. There's
I can't imagine that.
And it's all in the ending scene. I think they just go even heavier in the fucking
Oh,
if that's even possible.
Yeah.
It was shot in 61 days in locations of Belgrade and Serbia.
Okay.
So that's my swan facts for this. My question for you would be, would you ever watch this film again?
I would never watch this film again.
No?
No, I don't think I would ever watch this again.
Couldn't sit through it again?
No. I don't think I want to watch as many movies as I can today and tomorrow
to get this out of your head.
Out of my head, yeah. But the sad thing is, I think it's probably gonna a lot of this visual stuff is gonna be stuck in my head for a while. So,
yeah, that's how you know that it's effective, though,
yeah.
too. And something that I think saves this film that I've only ever watched it once, so I didn't remember how it exactly pans out because it's been fucking years since I've even picked it up. Is the music. Mm-hmm. The music is awesome. I feel like it plays incredibly well with the visuals, if that's even possible. But of course, for a movie that's as shocking as this, it needs to have the music to build that up, and I feel like it has it, and that's something of a strong point. I think.
Definitely
for this movie is the attention, much like Dunkirk. The music brings it together, where it's like it's hard to say. Like the music itself is a character all in its own. Yeah. And I can respect that because that cannot be easy to do in editing. That's a process for sure. In a scale of 1 to 10, how offended were you by the end of this movie?
Oh man, I'd say like 1 million. I don't know. I think 10 billion. I don't know.
Being if you guys don't know, James is a family man. He has a family, so I feel like this probably hit him harder than it has ever to me.
Oh yeah, it was pretty disturbing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's my family view from
your perspective is different.
My perspective is different because I see things a little different and I feel things a little different. But I never want to see that movie again. I think I'd give that like a negative 10 if I could.
Yeah. I don't know. This movie mixes kind of genres where it's like a body horror mixed with rape revenge. Because, spoiler alert, I'm sure. I mean, there's no way to spoil this movie because even if you watch it, you're going to be just as shocked seeing these things pan out. But anyway, towards the end, the guy gets pretty much fucked over, and things go south for our main person, Milos, right?
Yeah, Milos.
And he gets his kind of revenge at the end through the director that had hired him and is one of his close friends who kind of set him up, who was kind of obsessed with his family. Yeah. And low-key wanted to like sleep with his family or wife. So he gets his revenge, which is kind of like the silver lining for this movie, if there's any. It would be like seeing his wife and him get their revenge on this group of people who kind of pretty much fucked them over. But then at the end, like I said, spoiler, the dad, Milos, makes the decision that they could never live with what had happened to them. So he basically commits mass suicide and kills them instantly together while laying in the bed with a handgun. And even at that, when the movie ends, they kind of take that revenge away
Yeah.
because another person from the film that they had been shooting they show up in the room and they're going to continue shooting, this time with their dead bodies, which is a fucking mind fuck of an end.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say about fucking Serbian Film. Do you have anything else you want to say, dude?
Watch it at your own risk.
Yeah, this is
You have
definitely
been warned.
not something I would ever recommend, even for the most hardcore horror fan. This is super offensive, and I don't know. I would say it's something that you're probably only gonna need to watch once. If you do want to watch it more than once, then I don't know what to tell you. Maybe reevaluate yourself. This is my second time, and I own it, and I couldn't bring it to myself to watch it again. So yeah, I don't know, man. Serbian Film, they took the horror to new heights. It's very uncomfortable and very weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say watch it if you want to be, shocked or appalled.
Yeah.
It might be one of the the most vile films ever created.
Yeah.
I think it was even investigated for maybe they had broken some laws on set because they go so far with some of the stuff that they're showing.
Yeah.
They were actually investigated by law enforcement.
Oh wow.
And also for anybody who was actually a fan of this movie, such as David, they are right now in production for creating a Serbian film documentary. So they're going to take you deep inside the making of it.
Oh, they did it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and everything, and the controversy, obviously, because it's been banned in a lot of places for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, so look out for a Serbian. It's called A Serbian Documentary. So yeah, I think we'll end in that David's part of the episode right here.
Okay.
So with that said, we're moving on to It Follows.
Yes.
And I actually have queued up the trailer for this.
Okay. Let's get to it.
So we'll roll that for you.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy, guys.
I used to daydream about being old enough to go on dates. I had this image of myself holding hands with a really cute guy, driving along some pretty road. It was never about going anywhere, really. Just having some sort of freedom, I guess.
Okay? You awake? You're not gonna believe me, and I need you to remember what I'm saying. This thing, it's gonna follow you. Somebody gave it to me, and I passed it to you. Wherever you are, it's somewhere, walking straight for you. All you can do is pass it along to someone else.
I'm scared. I need to find him.
Did he really do to you?
Apparently, he used a fake name to rent a house in the city.
This isn't real, I swear to you, this is just some game.
If it kills her, it gets me. And goes straight down the line whoever started it.
What exactly is supposed to be following you?
I don't know.
Something happened. It's not what she thinks, okay?
You don't believe me. Mom? No, it's me. Everything's okay.
It could look like someone you know, or it could be a stranger in a crowd. Whatever helps it get close to you.
All right, we are back, and that was the It Follows trailer.
Yes.
So, before we get into our thoughts about this film, it's rated R. It clocks in at